Hi, my name's Infinite, and you're listening to Infinite Rocket Power. This podcast will be updated on a weekly or bi weekly basis regarding topics in my life and different aspects and perspectives about life. Today's topic is consistently consistent. How can I and how will I? Before we get into this topic, if you love Kate Spade, Bessie Johnson, or any other exclusive jewelry, please visit www.prosperityboutique.com. And we now have digital art available. Happy New Year's, everyone. How are y'all doing?
We doing good, Infinite. How you doing, baby?
Doing good, doing
Great,
good.
great. Yes.
So we have some new
Good to be
faces in the
seen.
building. We have some new faces. And I'm happy to see y'all 2023. We made it.
Yes.
Damn.
Period.
Starting this way, we have a new face here. Introduce yourself, Mr. Devil.
Yo, what's going on? My name's Devil. I don't really know what to say about myself. I don't think I'm too spectacular of a person,
Red Room, you
but
got
yeah,
a
you know what
poetry
I'm saying.
spot?
Welcome to the podcast. Oh yeah, I mean yeah, we do the red room every now and then. We'll do it randomly, and if you guys are into poetry, anybody out there that really wants to get down with us, hit me up on Instagram. The same as my name, exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? And hit me up.
All right, thank you, thank
All right.
you. Miss B Aroma Sin, how
Hello,
you doing?
everyone. I'm good. I'm good. Hello, everyone. Many of you may know me, and some may not know me, but I am B, and I am B of B Aroma Scent. I make hair and beard products. My products are 100% organic, urban fused, nut ingredient free as well. So I do not use any shea butters or any coconut oils. And you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And you can purchase from me at bearomascent.com. That's www.bearomascent.com. Hope to see you there.
Love it. Miss Shay Arts in the
Hey.
building.
Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Shay Arts. I'm an artist. Make sure you check out my website, arealtouch.com. I got the joint up and running. Follow me on Instagram, Shay Arts _VR, and catch a vibe.
Boom.
Period.
Kingpin, how you
What's
doing?
going
Kingpin.
on? What's going on, y'all? I did not fall asleep. I was checking my eyelids for cracks. I was just making sure
There
there's
she
no
go.
lights on me. But
Put
how
it on
y'all
me.
doing, man? I'm Kingpin, man. I do have a new spot, chill, come hang out at Cameo, new club spot. I also have a podcast which we're gonna actually start getting back up and running real soon. So, got a couple of things in the making coming. So y'all just stay tuned and watch out.
Love it, love it.
Period. Period.
Xavier 47, what it
What
do?
it do? What it do? Memphis creator in the building. Big 901 shit. Y'all know the fucking vibe. Um, I want to say shout out to everybody that came out. We came through 2023. We outside. Pop out, show out. Y'all know the vibe. And if y'all want to follow me on Instagram, Xavier47BR. And yeah, catch up with me. Oh, wait. And shout out to my girl and my condolences to Gangsta Boo. You know what I'm saying? This my girl. Memphis 10 in the building. Gotta represent.
901,
This is
901.
Period. Hey, Nana went in the building. Hey y'all, I'm Crack Goddess. I'm a full-time hard candy maker. I own a brand called the Crack House Candy, and I am famous for my candy crack grapes. I am in Horizon, currently building United Mind Networking because I'm a social butterfly, period. And yeah, I'm from Atlanta. So holla at your girl if you ever in the middle or you ever in Atlanta.
Boom. And we have another new face. Hey, Fabrigo.
Fabrigo, kind of here, new to Horizons, just here to support and show love to new people and all my friends.
hey.
Period.
Love it, love it. All right. Now, speaking on the topic, consistency will fall under the category of doing better and being better. Some would say consistency is the critical driver of success. Being consistent is the space dedicating yourself to your goals, and staying focused on these things and activities to achieve your goals. Before we get into discussion, I want to ask everyone and to rate themselves. Do you consider yourself a consistent person? And on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you rate on that? Starting with Devil.
Am I a consistent person? I would say in certain aspects of my life, yes. Like I'm very consistent with responsibility, like going to work and paying my bills and things like that. But I don't know, maybe I can lose consistency when it comes to staying focused on certain hobbies, or even if I'm going to be honest, even in certain relationships, it's definitely so one
Mm-hmm.
of the reasons that I've stayed single for a little while, because I kind of want to make sure that I can stay right.
I
Mm.
got you.
But
I agree with that. I definitely
So on a
do.
scale of 1 to 10, where would you rate yourself?
I would definitely put myself somewhere in around like the six when it comes to aspects of life. But when it comes to like paying my shit off and staying on top of shit, like that's definitely up there in the eights or nines.
Gotcha. Miss B Aroma Scent.
Consistency is key to success. But me, I'm a doer. I don't worry about consistency. I just do it. Like right now, I need to be drawing up a routine for my business. What I do when I wake up in the morning, every day. But I just do. I don't have time to write things down. But I'm more like I say maybe a six, five, between 5 and 6 as far as consistent because I just get up and I do.
Okay. All
Mm-hmm.
right, Miss Shay Arts.
Um, like Devil, I consider myself consistent in some areas in my life more than others. Um, I try to be consistent but as a mother, like I try to be consistent, but as a mother, if I don't put myself on the schedule, it's easy to fall off. And so I don't like to say. I used to say that a lot. Consistency is key, but I don't feel like that anymore because you can be consistently lazy. I feel like persistence is key. So I feel like I am very persistent because I am consistent during hard times. And so on a rate, I would probably rate myself at like a solid 7 for consistency, but a solid 10 for persistence.
Mm.
There you go.
All right, Mr. Kingpin.
Well, like everybody say, consistency is key. Um, and like everybody else, especially Devil, it's a lot of aspects of my life where consistency is necessary, and other times we do, you know, like to, you know, take care of certain hobbies or priorities. You know what I'm saying, that we tend to either be procrastinating on, or on the sense of just like, we'll wake up and be too lazy. Like she said, just too lazy to get up and do it. But, like bills and, going to work and stuff like that, you got to be consistent with that. But
You gotta be. You
as
gotta
far
be.
as, yes, because we got to make sure we live, you know what I'm saying? So as far as consistency, I give myself a solid 7, as far as aspects of life, So.
Okay. All right. Mrs. Avion 47.
Um, if I was to rate myself, I would put myself at a 5. The only reason is I'm not sure it was Bia or Shay, one of y'all, but someone said something like you consistent when you want to be instead of being consistent every day.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if I was consistent every day, I feel like I'd be further where I am right now, honestly. If I get back into like doing nails and shit, like I really feel like I'd be where I'm at right now. But I think consistency is I think it's the big key to your
Okay.
life. So I'd probably give myself a 5.
Okay. All right, Miss Crack.
Well, I'm gonna say I give myself a 10 when it comes down to consistency. And I'm gonna tell you why I give myself a 10. Because when you talk about consistency, right, it all depends on what it is that you're doing and
Mm-hmm.
prioritizing what it is you're doing. So you're going to be consistent at everything that you do that you want to be that you want to be consistent in, if that makes sense. And also every day we are consistent at something, whether it's the food we eat,
Mm-hmm.
the way we get our money, who we talk to in a day. We consistent with all of these things. Like I'm consistent with I can't even tell y'all that I'm consistent with what I eat every day. Cause sometimes I might have some days where I don't eat, but I feed my body some kind of smoothie. I feed myself something. So I'm gonna say I am consistent. It just depends on like the logic behind the
Mm-hmm.
consistency. Because like let's say if I'm consistently going to a show every week, right? And then me and the person that's over the show, we have a terrible falling out and I'm no longer at that show. Am I no longer consistent because I y'all don't see me at that show no more, not knowing the logic behind my consistency?
Well, I mean,
So
I get what
I'm
you're
just
saying in that
so
aspect.
I'm
Yeah,
just
we're all.
so I'm gonna say it's I'm gonna say yeah, I'm 100% consistent. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. I give myself a 10. Period.
So you give yourself a 10 all throughout the board in your relationships and your friendships and your business and your personal life. And for you, you're consistent with all 4 or 5 of those factors.
Hell yeah, you gotta be, cause those are the things that are important to you. So matter if you no matter if you feel like you are not okay. Let's say if you gotta feed your kids, right? So because you don't feed your kids steak and lobster on a consistent basis, does that mean they're not being fed or they're not being consistently fed? Or I can't describe it. It's hard for me to describe a girl.
Okay, we're gonna
But
come back to
yeah,
you.
you
I know
We're
what
damn
you
gonna
right.
come
mean, though.
back.
I know what you
We're
mean.
gonna come back. We're gonna come back.
Yeah,
Well, Brigo.
yeah. Come back to me. Come back to me. I got a hard time explaining this shit. It's just the way I think, y'all. It's the way I think. It's fucked up. It's nice, but yeah, it ain't fucked up.
Can
But
you hear
yeah.
you, Bree?
I'm gonna give myself an 8.5 with consistency. I mainly try to stay focused on what's important to me, and that's mainly what I'm truly consistent on: work, family, and friends. And fun too, but that's not very up on my timeline. But I stay consistent with what matters the most to me. So 8.5.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I give all y'all
Okay.
10. Fuck it. Everybody
All
get
right.
a 10.
And for myself,
Thanks,
I
boo.
probably give myself about a eight, 8.5, somewhere in the 9 range. Um, and
Shit.
we'll get into the reasons why here in a second. But I do feel like I am a consistent person. Devil, starting with you, what are some things that
Yes,
hold
yeah.
you back from achieving your goals? What are some pitfalls that you have to work through?
Man, you guys are gonna be open. Here's one of the things that I'm very consistent in is being honest, and sometimes being like being an honest person can lead to being too open. But if I'm gonna be honest, one of the things that I've kind of like self-examined about myself is I don't know if you guys have heard of the concept of learned hopelessness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I
So
heard of that.
I've
Yeah.
found myself falling into that over the past like I don't know, I would say like 4 to 5 years. And I think that's one of the main things that kind of hold me back. Though recently I've been able to evaluate it and kind of I
Mm-hmm.
just recently learned about it. So like I've actually been able to kind of dissect it more and I'm helping myself get out of it. But if I was gonna be honest and I was gonna say one of the things that have held me back is definitely the concept of learn. If you don't know what that is, learn hopelessness is this thing where so many so many unfortunate events can happen to you to where you start to only think that that can happen to you. So say
Mm-hmm.
something good happens to you out
Mm-hmm.
of nowhere, like, oh, you just got this, like I just got this new job that's super good, like I'm really happy about it, and I'm trying to keep myself happy about it, but because of this learned hopelessness concept, you kind of wait
It
for it
pulls
to
you
not
back.
be what you think it was going to be. You know what I'm saying? And
So you reverse
Mm-hmm.
all good
Mm-hmm.
things.
Yeah.
exactly, exactly.
You go.
Though I know about it now, so I'm projecting good things. And then honestly, you helped me out a lot with that, with the messages in the morning, and then or not messages, but like the little morning
Quote.
posts that you be making and shit like that.
I think it's I
So
think it's a sleeve of armor, devil. If you ask me. It's a sleeve of armor,
Mm-hmm.
just in case something does go wrong. You don't want to have your hopes
It's
set
probably
too
being
high, but you can still
pessimistic.
be excited. So
Well, I used
it's
to
like,
always have that saying, like, you look for the worst, but be excited for the best. You know what I'm saying? And that always
right.
leads to the worst, is what I think. You should
Mm,
always never even fuck the bad. Like, you should never even think about the bad. Like, and that's what I'm trying to get myself to do more. That's why I talk about it a lot. Like, you shouldn't even care
You
about
should
the bad and
expect the
only think
best
about
and
what's
prepare
gonna
for
be
the
good out of
worst.
it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right.
All right. Be a Roma
But
Scent. What are some things
Can
that
you
hold
repeat
you
your
back?
question, please?
What are some things that
Me,
hold you back from? All right.
me.
Can you go into that?
Because I can be my worst critic.
Period.
Um, out of fear that I will succeed, and those fears can cripple me and cause me not to do it instead of trying it and see if it works. I just say, you know what, I don't want to do it because it ain't gonna work for me anyway. But I haven't even tried it. But that's what fear does to you. The false evidence appearing
Mm-hmm.
real. My
Hmm.
thoughts, not even putting my hand to the plow and trying it.
Do you think that fear has anything to do with the responsibility of success for you?
It does. It has a big it has um a big department in there because it's the fear that stops me from doing what I should be doing
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because I'm afraid that if I get successful that I'm not gonna be able. It's that's not for me because I'm not gonna be able to handle that.
Yeah.
But I haven't even gotten there to say what I can't handle because you don't know what you can hold, what things you can do until you do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started making candles and I started making baskets, and I'm like, wow, I didn't realize that I had this type of decorative talent when I started making my baskets, but I never knew it until I did it. And that's how some things that I do in my life, I fall back from because I'm afraid that I'm not going to be successful in it or won't have the wit to do it.
Got you. Got you.
I feel
Thank
with
you.
you. I feel you, though.
Yes. All right. Miss Arts.
What are the things that hold me back? I agree with B. It's mostly me. It's mostly myself being in my own head, especially as an artist. I critique my work so much that some things hardly sees the light of day because I'm so hard on myself on being a
Hmm.
perfectionist. That also I also understand what devil meant when he was like learned hopelessness, like because I grew up in difficult situations. And so I learned to cope with it. And as I got older, especially in my 20s, I learned that the ways that I was learning to cope were holding me back because I was afraid or I was anxious or I had so many bad experiences I didn't want to put myself out there. And so it is just in general me, like B said,
Hmm.
it's myself and those fears. But as an adult, especially now, like in my 30s, um, I've I've recognized that in my 20s, and I spent time working on my mindset to to recognize those moments where I feel that fear, and then still work myself out through that. But the metaverse and my husband buying me this Oculus definitely it was one of the main reasons why he did get it for me because it was another avenue of expressing myself without feeling
Hmm.
that anxiety of face to face contact. And so
Hmm.
that definitely has
Yeah.
over the past 9 months, this definitely um has helped me get out of that, but I still get in my own head sometimes. But for the most part, I do have a support system. Like my husband, my children, they do keep me grounded. But if it wasn't for them, I would definitely be more in my head. I wouldn't have the opportunities that I have gained because of fear and anxiety.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Kingpin.
Just like everybody said, it's for me. It's a lot of fear. You know what I'm saying? Get out go try things, and and it's that psyche in your head that's psyching yourself out, you know, making you feel like you can't do it, or if you do it, you're gonna fail. So, um, I think the thing with me is failure. You know, I don't like to fail. It's like she said, perfectionist. I like to perfect everything that I do. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just the smallest or the minorest or the minute things. You know what I'm saying? Just I like to be a perfectionist. I don't like to fail at things. I like to be the best. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if somebody else do it better than me. I want to be better than them. But it's the idea of not doing good or failing per se. So I think failure is what holds me back.
So are you saying that you would be possibly embarrassment to more to yourself or those around you?
I mean, I don't care about everybody else around me. It's myself. Like I hate to fail myself. To go out here and fail in front of people. That's nothing. I've been doing that my whole life. But to go out here and fail and not be able to pick myself back up and continue is where
Mm,
I draw
Whole
the line.
different
I'm not gonna
situation.
do that. So it's failure. I can't fail. So if I
Gotcha.
do
I think
something
that
wrong or I fall short, I gotta figure out. I gotta start all over, figure out how to get even further the next time. And even when I do it better this time, I gotta go back and do it again and do better that time. So it's like it's a never ending cycle for me. It's like whatever I do,
oh God,
I gotta figure out how to be the best at it. I gotta be better than the best of the best. So yeah.
I felt it.
Xavier 47?
So,
Um,
oh
okay.
yeah, Xavier. No, go Zay. I forgot you. I thought he was after me. No.
Um, I want to go back to what Kate was saying. Me personally, I'm scared. um, I don't know why I'm scared. I just feel like if I do prosper, something gonna bring me back down type shit. Then I'm gonna have
Mm-hmm.
to start back over to get myself back up again. Um, I feel like it started with me also because I feel like if I would take care of what I would take care of way back when, I'd be good where I'm at right now. Um, for the past couple years, I feel like I have been consistent, but at the same time, I haven't been consistent. Um, I feel like laziness plays a part in it. Um, you want to do something, but it's just something that keep holding you back type shit. So I say it's me. I think I'm holding myself back, and I need to get myself out that motherfucking box. And bitch, you need to push yourself, and that's how I feel. So yeah.
So would you say there are spiritual confines probably holding ties on your consistency?
Mm, I say a little.
Okay.
I say a little.
All right.
I
Okay.
don't want to pry, but do you think maybe you fall into like this feeling of kind of like a little bit of heaviness, like you just don't even want to get up type shit sometimes in the day?
Somewhat, somewhat. I can't really get to the
No, I feel
details,
you,
but
bro.
yeah, but yeah.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna say, for me, I feel like nothing holds me back. Nothing. Like I don't let nothing get in my way. Period. I'm gonna say last year, if you would have asked me this question last year, prior to January 27th, you would have asked me this question. It would have been a different answer. But where I'm at right now in my life, nothing holds me back. And I say that with every piece of breath in my body because I feel as though it's nothing stopping me from doing what I want to do. Everything that I want to do, I go for it. Everything I work to get it. I don't feel that nothing can stop you but you. And if you were to ask me this question last year, I'm going to give you that response as well. If you would have asked me this question last year, I would say what's holding me back was me giving so much of my energy to other people and other things and caring more
Mm-hmm.
about others and where they were in their life and catering more to others than catering to myself. That was what held me back from focusing on me and what I wanted. I'm gonna say just like being there for people and just going out of your way and just caring so much about everything that happens with people around you and in your life, it'll throw your focus off of yourself because you're so worried about everybody else and everybody else's situations and what they got going on and how to help them and pushing things their way. You're not focused on what do you need for yourself. Like I had none of that time. So in the after January 27th of 2022, I started to find myself. You know what I'm saying? And the things that I wanted to cater to myself. Like, what do I want to do? Like, and I just started digging more deeper into what I wanted to do with myself and as far as, outside of my business, what I wanted to do outside of that. What more do I want to do? What more I want to give? What more do I want to contribute myself to before my life is over? So, yeah, I'm gonna say nothing holding me back. Period. Like that's just where I'm at right now.
Okay. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. Fabrigo?
Mostly what holds me back is the what ifs. The what ifs of what could happen and the what ifs of what couldn't happen.
Girl, what you said?
Fuck that.
And that's kind of
Yeah.
where my setbacks are. Like, what if I do move on to the next step, and what if I don't have my plan planned out well enough to like know what to do with it, and what if nothing great ever comes? So that's kind of where I'm stuck
Come
at.
That's one of the
on,
things that I
Rico.
was like definitely dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always had that same like, oh, what if like what's the worst that could happen, and then I always would focus on that. But then I don't know. Recently, I've been trying my best. You know what I'm saying, to not even care about the if, just like what could happen. You know what I'm saying? Just like what could happen. What's the worst? Like don't even look at that. Just kind of I don't know. Just kind of spearhead it. That's what I've been doing recently, and I swear, and I feel like it's been doing a lot better. I've been feeling a lot better. I still get nervous and shit, but
Mm. I feel them with this Babringo, but you got to think, what if you don't?
I
you know what
still
I'm
push
saying?
through,
Yeah.
but the what ifs are still there. Like when I still get higher and higher, I'm like, okay, now what? And then what if like this happens or that happens? I mean, it's just a constant repeat in my mind. But it's just one of those things I have to break down.
Mm,
Like stop
Mm-hmm.
thinking what if and just see what happens. Like s-
Mm-hmm.
stop the what ifs and let's go to
But
see what
change
happens
the what
next. And
ifs.
then
Yeah.
when I get there, let's find out what happens next. You know what I mean? Like
it's hard,
move,
Shay. This shit hard. I ain't
It's
just
gonna lie.
continue
Like
to
it's
I'm
a
always
move.
on
daily
some what if.
cultivation. But I have to,
Mm-hmm.
in my mind, I had those what ifs. I have to think about what if I don't try? What if it works out? So I have to change those what ifs. I have to kind of push it, make it positive. When I feel negative, I have to give it that positive to balance. So I have that. What if it
And
fails?
trust your
Shit. What if it
instinct.
work out?
That ain't
Trust your
easy.
Always.
instinct.
Yeah.
That
That's not
good.
easy for
Coming
everybody
from
to
the hood,
trust
that's all we got to
It's
do.
definitely
themselves.
not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
not easy
Right.
I
because
know
if
it
when
ain't
But I
you
feel
easy for
you.
when you've
everybody,
made
but
so many mistakes and you
mm-hmm.
start to this is what I've learned is that we be in a abusive relationship, we in domestic violence with
Mm-hmm.
ourselves, and we start to abuse ourselves because of the mistakes we've made or the things that have
That's true.
happened in
That's
our
self-hated.
time. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not that
You
easy to
right.
say, oh, just trust yourself. I trusted
Right.
myself when I fell in love. I trusted myself when
Mm-hmm.
I
Right.
moved over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
so
Those back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Yeah.
yeah. So you can't
Mhm.
trust yourself that much because you've made so many mistakes before and they didn't pan out right. So you start to question yourself and wonder, okay, will this work for me? Because that didn't work for me. Instead of just walking in it and doing it. And if you fail, so what? That's building character. It builds you that every time you fall, it's how you get back up. It's what makes the
Right.
Mm-hmm.
difference. How you get back up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The
Time
And
persistence.
we
for
all
shit.
learn from our life experiences. I feel like everything
Life
that
Mm-hmm.
we've been through
lessons.
in life
Mhm.
molded us into who we are
Mhm.
right
Who
now
we
at
are
this
today.
table.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I can't speak for nobody else, but I can definitely relate to all of y'all at this table when y'all saying all these things. And I just feel like I came from a different background where I lost all the people closest to me, and
Mhm.
it got me to where I don't fear nothing. Like nothing, like
So, Craig, let
nothing.
me let me ask you
And
this.
uh
So, one of my biggest pitfalls that I have is finding the balance between all of these priorities. So, if you have a priority of going to work, priority of eating
right.
a healthy routine, a priority of
hmm
giving back to the community by, you know, the energy you got to give to your friends, and then you got the priority of
right.
yourself, and then you got to have fun time. How do you balance all that? That can get overwhelming sometimes.
Right. So if you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready. So what I'm gonna say is, um, during those times where if you get a head start on a lot of things, you don't have to worry about it. So you don't have to worry about so much that day, if that makes sense. So if you
I
get a
feel
head
you
start
on
on
that,
like your
mother.
healthy eating and you do like a meal prep or whatever, that cuts out your food you gotta worry about, right?
Yep.
And then if you get head starts on just other things in your life too, like let's say your friends and things like that, like your real life friends or your metaverse friends. So your real life friends, you can always send them a group chat, text them, see how they doing, hit them on the phone, hit them on the FaceTime when you're driving or in traffic or hell, I call my friends. I'm on the toilet, everything. I don't give a damn. I'm like, "What's up, girl? How you been doing?" They don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I done got, they don't know what you doing when you calling and checking on them and just saying, "Hey, and let's plan a dinner date or a lunch date for this week." Like, oh, whatever you want to do. So you do that. So you multitask. That's what you do. You multitask and you pretty much find a way for everything. Like me, like I'm okay. Boom, I'm gonna give you my day, my a day in the life of me. So boom, I get a head start on my produce a day before. I grab a big load of produce. Boom, get all my produce out the way. That eliminates me having to go get produce the same day my shop is open. So I do that, and then the next morning I'll get up. I'll get up the next morning, go directly to the kitchen, get up, hop in the shower, take me a shower because I gotta take a shower to wake up. It's just something I gotta do to get my ass up, do my break, get my teeth together, put on my work gear, go straight to the kitchen. I dip up my candy. It only takes me about 2 hours, so I do that in that 2 hour frame. And boom, I'm done with work. I get my driver to pick it up. I'm done with work for the day. And then while I'm at work, a lot of times I'll call my friends while I'm at work on FaceTime, be talking shit. The family will call me. I
So
answer the
pause
FaceTime,
pause
and
your story.
they
Pause your
know the
story right quick.
FaceTime.
So in
hmm
the midst of you getting to that part, what if your stomach's fucked up that
hmm
morning? What if you had
Well,
a
shit, if my stomach fucked up, well, shit, if my stomach get fucked up that morning, then Uh, guess what? Crack House gonna be opening a little bit late today, but it's still gonna get done. You know what I'm saying? You just let your clients know, like, hey, I'm running a little bit behind today. The store will be open. You put out a notice. Put out a notice. Anything happens that interrupts your plans or something that you got planned, let a person know or let your clientele base know, like, hey, this is going on right now. Well, don't tell them what's going on. Just say, I'm running a little bit
It's good
behind today,
communication.
guys. It's just about communicating with people. Just
Mm-hmm.
communicating, keeping that communication.
What I find interesting is you said you work 2 hours a day.
Yeah, because I prioritize and I pretty much do things in advance so I don't have to worry about doing so much when it comes down to my work day. So
Mm-hmm.
my work
Feel
day
you.
is only 2 hours because I do stuff in advance. Like I have to have candies open. I have to have pretty much all the fruit I need for that day, all the containers I need, make sure I have everything. So what I do is I order stuff in bulk. I get everything in bulk. Fruit, you can't get fruit in bulk because it'll go bad,
Go
at a
bad.
certain time. So I don't get too much fruit in bulk. So my fruit has to stay fresh. And if I get them the day before and make them that next day, is no way my fruit could ever go bad. So I pretty much stay ready so I don't got to get ready. So I have a 2 hour day. Now,
Mm-hmm.
let me tell you this. If I did not do this, my days would be 8 hours. No crap,
Mm-hmm.
because I would
Mm.
Prep
literally have to
yourself.
go
So all you
out.
gotta do is
I
go
would
in and
go
cook.
out. I would literally have to go out and go get everything that I
Get
need.
every
Then
ingredient,
I'll
come
have
back to
to,
the crib.
yep, get every
Mm.
ingredient. Then I have to turn around and go to the kitchen and then make everything up at the kitchen, get all that stuff together, and then I'll have to pretty much call the driver to come and get everything. And then boom, I'll be there forever. I'll be there forever.
Yeah.
You
How long
see
you been
Atlanta
doing
traffic.
this? How long you been? How long
So
you been?
I've
I'm
been
from
doing
Yeah.
it
Atlanta
for four
too. I'm from
years.
Atlanta
So
as
I've been
well. I
doing
forgot.
so I've
Me
been
I
doing
too.
it
forgot you
for
said
four
that.
years now. So I've been doing it for 4 years now, and it definitely took me. Well,
Oh, I
actually, it'll
got here
be
before you.
19, 20, 21, 22, it'll be 5 years in November that I've been doing this. But I
I think
didn't
I
get
had
my
some of your
freedom
candy.
and my free
It's
time
good. It's
until
good.
I
The
didn't get
candy
no
crusted
2 hour
grape.
shifts until 2022. Okay, I didn't get. That's when I came in the matter, baby. Your girl was working. I was busy. I could feel where all y'all coming from. That's why I said I get it. I definitely get it because before I was even into this business, I was working a 9 to 5. I had my what ifs when it came down to jobs. Like I literally came from nothing. Government assistance, EBT food stamps, all of that. From my mom had EBT. We stayed on government assistance. And then I
Ain't
got grown.
nothing
I
wrong with
started
the
working
food
at Old
stamp.
Navy, got me a based on income apartment off of my Old Navy job. And I was going to college, and I was still, living a regular life, working, making minimum wage. Like I had my what ifs too, my all my moments and stuff like that then too, and I just learned from every experience that I went through, and I feel like it molded me to this point. But it was a lot of hard work I had to do. I had my what ifs too when it came down to business and if I should work with Ti or should I work with the owner of Slutty Vegan, and it just was so many
I
things I
love
had
that
come my
food.
way as well. So I've had plenty of business conversations and offers on the table in front of me, and I had to make tough decisions on what if they take all my shit from me? What if they try to kill me for my shit? What if I teach
Mm.
them my recipe and they go put it where the fuck they want? What if this? What
Mm-hmm.
if that? I had all of those thoughts too. You know what I'm saying? But or the real answer is I'm stronger by myself. I can do
Mm-hmm.
this by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need nobody to do anything for me or take anything from me that my mom laid the foundation to. I can do it myself. So
Okay
I just
then.
kind of like infinite. I just kind of multitask, and it don't happen overnight. That shit do not happen overnight. Whatever your goals and your dreams and your passions are to do, you gonna do it. Please believe you gonna do it. And if you gotta sometime do some stuff a day in advance when you can just get a head start on a couple of things, man, girl, you'll have this shit on lock and be like, I got this,
Mm-hmm.
period. Even if
All
you
right.
gotta set alarms and calendar, on your calendar, whatever.
Schedule.
Yeah,
Starting with
you'll
Mm-hmm.
work it out.
Fabrigo, how big of a role does your friend circle play in your success and your consistency?
Not very big. I mean, they bring happiness to my life, but as far as consistency and success, that comes down to your mind frame and your purpose in life, like where you're trying to go. So, I mean, as far as consistency and purpose, it's
Sweet.
all me. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
Mixing
Kingpin.
mixing friends and business is bad. Bad.
Damn sure live. Very bad.
So that,
Family
that
and
that
business.
leads to my next question. So is it possible to be on this business adventure with yourself of entrepreneurship and still be able to turn up with your friends and get
No
lit on
ma'am.
Saturday
Nope.
night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can
To a
turn
group
up
of
with them, but
yeah,
they
to a
cannot
certain
work with
extent.
you. They
To a
cannot.
certain
You
extent.
can
So
turn up with your
if they
friends,
all
but
turn
do not make your friends no part of your business whatsoever.
Right.
Keep your
But you
friends
can't
and your
even turn up
business
with them
separate.
because
You
they'll
can
start
turn
if
getting
up
your
with
jealous.
them.
friends are
They'll
doing the
start getting
business
No,
jealous.
they
with you,
won't
then
get
Yes.
y'all can
jealous.
turn
They
up
won't
too.
get jealous.
Honey,
They
get
don't
Depending
you
on
a
what
get
type of
bunch of
friends you
jealous.
got.
strangers. Get you a
Yeah, it
bunch of
depends on what
strangers to
type.
hang
It
around.
depends
A
on
bunch
what
of
type of friends
strangers.
you got too. But what
Then the
I'm trying to
best
say
one.
is, what I've saw when my business took off. When I tell y'all, I had hundreds of people outside of my apartment door. I told all of my close friends and family to quit y'all job and come work for me. And guess what they did? They quit
They
their
didn't
job
do
and
it.
they worked for me for $15 an hour, and they was working damn near 12 hours a day because that's just how long my line was. I have enough money to feed everybody.
Damn.
But guess what happened? You got people, they start getting this money and they get comfortable, and then they start
Mm.
trying you. Like, I can't make it in today because I need to go get my hair fixed real quick. Or
It
I
don't
can't make
work.
it in today
Mm-hmm.
because I want to
Mm-hmm.
go out of town with my boo. I mean, and it's that, and I'm
Mm.
telling you, like, it was that bad to where I'm like, are y'all serious? Like, you can't be doing this to me because if you was on this other person's job, you would have been there on time, on
Yeah, that's
schedule.
true.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's me and we
Right.
friends, you feel like, oh, I can play with you and you my friend. You ain't gonna do that. You know what
Mm-mm.
I'm saying? So I say,
Yeah.
when I tell you, in all of my friendships and my family that I brought into my business, all of those relationships have been destroyed because of
Mm-hmm.
my business and how serious I take my business because it was what my mama left me. and now my brother gone. It's where he left me too. So it's like I take my shit serious. It's too serious to even allow a
It
person to play
seems
with my
like
business. Now, if it was like a
Facts.
t-shirt company, let's say if it was like a t-shirt company where you get shirts that's manufactured and retail store or something like that, I wouldn't give two shits. It's a manufactured product. But I'm talking about this product has to be handcrafted, made, dipped one by one,
Got your
and you
blood,
want to sit
sweat, and
right here and
tears
tell
in
me
it.
Gotta be
got my
exact.
blood, sweat, and tears in it, and you want to sit right
Hmm.
here and tell me that you can't make it, or you going out of town with your boo? Are you serious? This ain't no t-shirt shop. This is something where people is in line, like literally waiting for my stuff, and you gonna leave me hanging like that? Like, yeah. So
Mm.
I say hell no. Never mix business and friendship together unless you both are the CEOs of the business. Don't let them be employed under you. Let them be employed
Hmm.
with you at an equal head and say, we both are gonna run this business together, friend. You know what I'm saying?
But
And then
even
sometimes
having
like that,
both as a
it may
CEO,
not,
you'll get
you
one
know.
that this business is a passion for them, and the other one it'll be a hustle.
It's a
it's just a
hobby.
hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's a
get it.
hot. Yeah,
It's just a way to make some money. So
Well,
yep,
yeah.
I
you gotta
find
be
that
on
I
one
like that
accord.
like all of these questions, you have like a totally different aspect from it because you're on this serious businesswoman level. You know what I'm saying? Level of thinking. So like,
I feel crack once you go through a
It
certain
didn't
level.
come overnight.
Well,
I
I've
promise y'all, it
been
didn't
I'm
come
Hmm.
not finished
overnight.
going through that.
I cried.
Right,
Like
right.
I used to cry. Like I used to cry about me and my friends and how they used to treat me and everything. And then they used to be
Hmm.
like, "Money change you." No, it don't. It don't change you because I
No,
don't
it
feel like it
changed
changed me.
them.
It
It
changed
Money
the
changed
people
the
changed
people
them.
around you
around.
Yeah,
It
because they
changed
look
the
at you
situation.
different. Like they look at you
right.
different. Soon as you tell a person how many dollars in your pocket, your friend how many dollars in your pocket, they look at you completely different and they hold their head down like. And I'm like, why your head down? Hold your head up. What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like I used to go around them like, why your head down? Hold your head up. What's wrong with you? We go to the strip club, huh? Here goes someone. What the fuck is you doing? Hold your head up. What is you doing? If I'm your friend and if I got it and you ain't got it, you motherfucking got it. If I'm with you with me. You feel what I'm saying?
Some
So that's
people
But
just
a
how
do
I
lot a
always
lot
was.
of
care.
But
people
a
don't
lot of
want
So
people
that.
be
Some
do
wary
people
of the
do
not
ones who
care.
feel
a
like
lot of
that.
people don't do that. A lot of people don't do that. And a lot of people are not used to people like me. And even my
Hmm.
own friends, like when I tell you we no longer friends no more. People I done had 15-year friendship with, 10-year friendships with, 8-year friendships with. We no longer friends no more. I no longer have friends in the real life no more. I have a hell of a
Mm.
lot of supporters, a hell of a lot of brothers, you know what I'm saying, that was like my brother friends, but business wise, oh baby, no. That's how I
Mm-mm.
lost them all right there. My business.
Yeah. All right.
Damn.
Shoot.
no, it is.
Kingpin, you still with us? All right.
Or you sleep on mute.
What's your
No,
opinion?
I'm here. I'm good.
What's your opinion on the question?
Well,
What role does
I
your
don't
friends
even.
play in your consistency?
Well, as far as my consistency is myself. As far as my personal life, my job, and stuff like that. I don't have too many friends in my business, so I don't have that issue. Um, for the last couple of years, I just been rocking by myself. As far as my personal life. As far as the metaverse, I see you. I see you. That's a couple of people I might, come to vibe with or hang out with on here. But as far as my personal life and real life, I don't have them problems. I don't got friends. I keep my business to myself.
Right.
It's just best to be that way so you don't have those kind of, you know, falling out and stuff like that.
Misunderstandings.
So
Mm-hmm.
So who was
Can
y'all
I ask?
accountability partner? Wh- Okay,
My bad.
what's your question, Devil?
I was just gonna say, can I like kind of reword the question in a sense where it's not necessarily like it's more so who do you does the people you put yourself around have an influence on your consistency or success? Like the people you kind of spend your time around, does that matter to you? Maybe it's not
Um,
your friend, but the person
Yes.
that you work with, the person that you connect with the most, the person that you kind of take off of their tracks. Does that kind of make a difference to you?
um, at work, I work 12-hour days, 4 to 5 days a week. I ain't got time for friends. I don't got
mhm.
time for that because when I get off of work, I commute to get home 2 hours a day
Mm.
to get to and from work. So at that point, that's 4 hours out my day that I got commuting. Now I have what 8 hours to try to sleep, eat,
Oh yeah,
shit, and
I know
all
what
that
you
other
mean.
good stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't got time for
Just ain't got
friends.
time.
On my days off, I'm either sleeping or I'm here.
I
I
feel
ain't
you
got
on that.
time for all that other stuff. So
I
my
mean, yeah,
friends
because
wonder
I would
why I don't
say,
come out. You know, they wonder why I ain't out in the city and in the streets. I say I ain't got time. This is why I'd rather be. I prefer to be here instead of out there because it's somebody die every day, man, and I ain't got
Mm.
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do y'all find life easier when you have an accountability partner, or are you your own accountability partner? Starting with Devil.
well, I guess that kind of builds on the last question that, or I guess not the last question, but more of the point that I was kind of getting at is, I think yeah, it definitely does. Like, all right, so the work I kind of do, like, I'm a landscaper, quote unquote, but like this it's not your like mowing a lawn type landscaping. We're like we're in the shit. You know what I'm saying? We're like digging ditches, crazy shit. And I think that that definitely has an aspect in like a teamwork environment. You know what I mean? Like if your team is slacking off, then you're probably gonna slack off. Or if you got one person that's not slacking off, you guys are all gonna start hitting it. You know what I'm saying? So I think if you have the mindset or at least a moral code to be accountable for your actions or the shit you do, then that would kind of fuck with you. If you see one person going and you're just chilling, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, it definitely matters. Like you definitely need to be accountable, and if someone else is being accountable towards you, then you have a responsibility to be accountable towards them.
I feel that. I feel that. Miss B Aroma.
Mhm.
I don't have an accountability partner. What keeps me on track is my customers. That's what keeps me on track. But I don't have an accountability partner.
Okay. All right.
Which
Shay
is, do you have
Arts.
people that work for you?
No, I do everything myself.
Oh shit! All right then.
I'm the creator, I'm the marketer,
Okay.
I'm the social media. I'm
So let me ask
everything.
you this quick question. B, is your
What's the
husband your
time?
accountability partner?
No. Mm-mm.
Does that
I
affect you
guess
in
what would
any
be the
way?
definition of that?
Him not being?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does. And that's what made me hire a business coach because he really can't help me. He knows nothing about my business. You know, he's not a social media person, he's not a marketer. The only thing he can do is pack a box. That's it.
Well, can I
Mhm.
maybe add another level to it? What if we were to separate? Because I know this whole conversation is sticking the theme of business, but what if we were to
Mhm.
separate that? Would you say
Mhm.
he's your accountability partner in the sense of your family relationship or the
No.
responsibility to make?
Mm-mm. No.
Okay then. Okay then. All right.
Yeah, she cut and dry. She cut and
So do
Yeah,
you
kind of
dry.
like
find so do you
no.
find yourself having to
Shit.
maybe work a little bit harder because you might not have get that encouragement from him?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do. I find myself burnt out a lot because I overdo some things. And it's hard to stay focused because I'm doing so many things at one time. So it's a
Do
little
you feel
hard.
like you're his accountability partner? Do you feel like
Yeah,
you owe him accountability?
I do. I make sure he stay on track. Because when he fall, I fall.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
No, they
Cause you married.
together. They together. It doesn't matter if they do business together or not. They together in all aspects. They took vows, so it's definitely a different connection.
Mm-hmm.
But I have
It sounds
noticed
like a
that
different
sometimes
connection from her. Oh, never mind.
when people think that you're an on point person, a lot of times like people look at me and say, hey, you be on point, which I am for the most part, but I'm not always on point. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes it
Mm-hmm.
would be nice to say, hey, checking to see, you good, you still on track,
Tighten
that'd
up.
be, yeah,
Hmm.
I need that sometimes. It would be
That's
Mm-hmm.
because
nice.
people are looking at you from the outside in, not from the inside out. They don't know you behind the scenes. They don't know you behind
Mm-hmm.
the avatar. They don't know how many nights at nights you cry or about whatever situation that you're going through in life. They just see you just doing it and doing it
Mm-hmm.
well.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Yeah. I feel like more empathetic
I
people
mean,
that that know your can relate to your struggle, kind of can empathize
Mhm.
more.
Right.
One of the things that I've learned, because I've like lived this, I've learned to live this way of like straight never lie, never lie. Like you just like even if you do some fuck shit, you're gonna be in trouble either way. So just never lie.
Be
But it leads you
accountable.
to being open enough to where you can kind of say what it is, and then like so when it comes to being inside of this, what would we call this? An experience? A
This is a
world? Like it's not a
podcast.
game. It's
An
definitely not a
experience.
game.
Oh, you talking about the
No, like
It's
this
an
Oculus?
is
experience.
yeah. When you come inside this experience, it definitely helps to not hide shit. Like you guys can ask me anything right now, and I'll tell you. It doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Because like
I think
I
more
feel like if you
people
guys are
are
gonna be my
freer
friends,
to be
the more you
open.
know about me, the good or the bad, you're still gonna be my friend. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
Yeah, I think more people are freer to be honest because you're not looking at the real person. You're looking at an avatar. But then you
Mm,
got some people in here are playing a role because they
Mm-hmm.
are behind an avatar. But that's the role they
Mm-hmm.
play in real life, the lie.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
very true.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
You can peep
Well, I
that in
don't
the
do either
people who
one.
don't
I
look
could
like
tell.
their
It's
avatar.
honest,
Mm-hmm.
really.
Yeah.
Not in here.
Well, shit, count
No,
me
that's
in,
a
cause I
real. That's a
damn
real
sure don't
thing.
look like my avatar.
But you do
People
have
say
a
I
Say
look
hey
like
to
my
No,
the
I mean
bear.
avatar,
that's
and I
not in a
you do
really
have
don't
the
negative
think I
sense.
scare.
Like
do. I
you can
never
come in
really.
here and you can experience yourself as the person you wish you were, or the person that you wish you
Right.
could be. And
You can
so,
be your dream in here.
Yeah.
You
mm-hmm.
can be your dream person, your dream body, your dream job. You can be it all in here because this is a fairy tale land. But when you take this avatar off, you back in the same land, the real life.
I came in for business, so I had to come in legit and real and authentic.
Hmm. I never tried to step
Exactly.
outside and be beyond. I always had to be aroma scent in here because I represented my business.
Mm-hmm.
But to come in
But y'all
here
know
as
what?
if I came in here as
Mm-hmm.
Beyondre, I'm like, yo,
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
yo.
y'all
yeah.
know what I realized? It's like our energy comes through this Oculus no matter what. Like no
Oh
Hmm.
matter
yeah, for
what we
sure.
try
It
to
comes through
portray or try to
pure.
be, it's come through. Your pure self comes through. And even though everybody don't know Beyondra, but they know Bia. Oh, I know
Hmm.
Beyondra too. Don't get it twisted. Okay.
Mm.
I hang out with Beyondra. Okay, period. So
I
it's
hear
like
it, y'all.
everybody may get just like a little piece of you that you don't show the next person. But at the end of the day, every interaction that you have in this space is a pure interaction, and people are being their natural selves in the comforts of their home. And I realized that whoever a person is, it's gonna come out one way or
It's
another,
gonna come
and you
out.
gonna
Mm-hmm.
see, and you gonna see, and you gonna be like, my energy don't sit too well with that person. I'm gonna keep my little
Hmm.
distance, but I'm gonna say hey,
Hmm.
Hmm.
ain't no problem or nothing, but I'm gonna speak. So that's one thing I realized with that,
I
And
think
the
that's
with that in
definitely
this
one of
space
the
too.
doper magics about the metaverse is because, like, you know what I'm saying. We
Yeah.
are all inside of our own space. You can be.
Mm-hmm.
in your
You don't
comfort.
gotta look a certain way. You don't gotta act a certain way because you with these certain friends. You can just kind of be the true whoever you really are
Person
type
you
person, and
are. Right.
it don't even really too much matter.
So let me ask you this, Xavion.
Okay.
It is often said that your feelings don't care about your goals, and your goals don't care about your feelings. Do you feel that you need to be in tune with your feelings in order to accomplish your goals?
Oh, you said my name. I'm sorry. Girl, I'm
Mm-mm-mm.
sorry. No, your voice
Mm-mm.
had glitched out. I ain't know you said my name.
I'm sorry. I would say yeah, my feelings most deaf because she if I'm in a bad space right now and I don't know, it just ain't gonna work out for me. But if I'm in a good spirit, hell yeah.
Okay. So, Rodrigo, with that being said, how do you counteract that? Because if I don't feel about, like, if my feelings are opposite of my goals at the current moment, how do I change that?
That's a really good question. Mainly staying focused. Like you sometimes you have to put emotions aside because if you keep your emotions involved in everything you're involved in, they can always deter you from what your main goal or what your real focus is. But
Mhm.
just staying focused on what your main goal is and dealing with your emotions later. Like take deep breaths
Mm-hmm.
and push through and get it done regardless of the fact because you can't hold yourself back. You have to be consistent on what you're trying to go for and go towards.
They need a focus pill.
Hell,
That's
I
called
need a
Directly.
that's
focus
called
pill.
Adderall.
Adderall.
I think I
Adderall.
need
Okay.
one because
Adderall.
Or
cause I
Ritalin.
feel like once I'm in that mood and shit, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do anything, and it focuses on what I'm trying to get done.
'Cause
But like you said, shit, as long as you stay focused and do what you need to do, shit, nothing can really stop you. To be honest,
So let me
I
ask
say
y'all
that
this.
because I can get off focus real quick.
I
Real quick.
can
I mean,
too.
because I'm doing so many things at one time, something in that bunch can get more of my time than others.
Now
Yeah.
that,
I live my life
Yeah.
on the
mm-hmm.
schedule.
And that's where I'm trying to get on a schedule.
My whole life
So
is on
that
my
be,
phone and on the alarm. It's
like
really
when I
my
say
whole
I
life is
get
on the
up in the
alarm.
morning and I just get up in the morning and I do. I know what I have to do for the day, but some things get neglected because something takes more of my time than than others.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask y'all this: where does excitement live at if you're on a schedule? Can that exist? Does that need to exist?
It
You got to put it
does.
in your
It
It
schedule.
does. Because
does.
I can
Hell
make a
yeah.
Get
schedule,
excited,
but
man.
my
At
husband
five
can be
o'clock, I'ma
spontaneous
get
and he'll be
excited.
like, I'm gonna erase that and we finna just do something. Or erase the whole
Okay.
day. Like we finna do this.
That definitely could be added to the schedule every weekend.
I mean, as a mother of four and a business owner and a homeschool teacher, I have to live
Okay.
my life on the schedule. But I definitely
Hmm.
plan like my mommy time. They know not to dot that door and let mommy have her mommy time on the Oculus. And I get my excitement being in peace mode. Or if I want to go out, or my husband want to go out, I mean, we go out. We put that in the schedule. We want some spontaneity. I mean, then we'll just throw some out there. We'll look at the schedule, make sure that it ain't gonna mess up nothing. I'll be like, well, I'm gonna erase whatever he had going this day, and I'm about to say, hey, let's go get our feet done. Or he'll be like, I'm gonna erase you going to the metaverse this day, and we finna go to the movies or something. So
Hmm.
Got you. Got you.
our life is
Mm.
on schedule.
Does it ever get rope? Does it ever start to feel for Shay or Bia? Does it ever start to feel like repetitive? Ever?
Yeah.
I mean, it
It
sounds like you
does. It's
get
been
breaks from
10
it,
years
Shay, but
though. Yeah, I mean, that's why I got this Oculus. That's why I got this Oculus. But it's 10 years. Like 10 years as a 14 years as a mother. Like I have to definitely find the excitement, and I have to find. Of course, it's good to have repetition because I have children, so I have to have repetition. I have to have a schedule. I have to have things thought out. But because it's life, things get thrown at you, and so I have learned the mindset of going with the flow or whatever comes up, learning to navigate. And I've also been blessed to have an accountability partner. I met him when I was 19, and at that age, you don't have no accountability. You just doing whatever, and you feel like you got years
But
to
what?
Yeah.
get your shit
Mm.
in order.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But now you don't. So I was blessed to meet him when I was young, as I was going through that mental transitioning of becoming a better person, so I can become a better mother. I had this person. Oh, you said you want to be a better mother. Well, it's 11 o'clock. You ain't made breakfast. And
Dang.
so over time, so he holds me accountable. And over time, it's a learned behavior of getting out of that hopelessness and getting out of that inconsistency. It's a learned behavior of being what's the word, proactive. So we're very proactive, we're very persistent, and we're just hustlers, and we live our life on the schedule, but we definitely make time and we plan in fun, and we can look at the schedule and decide that we're going to do whatever. We have that freedom because we planned it out. Like I feel like Crack said, like if you plan everything out, as a mother, we got to plan meals for the week out on Sundays, so we
Well, I
ain't
was
got to
gonna
cook
say,
the rest of the week.
I feel like definitely being a parent. I'm not a parent, and I don't know who is here is a parent, but I feel like being a parent definitely catapults you
Whole another
into that
layer.
extra level of responsibility. You know what I'm saying?
But
For
I am a
sure.
parent,
I was,
but I have a 16-year-old in my house. He can feed himself. So
mm-hmm,
I'm more more laid back. I don't really have to do too much. I don't have to get him up for school. I don't have to get his clothes out. I don't have to wash his clothes. None of that.
mm-hmm.
But you had 16 years previous experience molding you into the person you are. You
Actually,
know
I
what I
have
mean?
more than that because he has a 34-year-old sister.
Okay.
I'm older than all of y'all at this table.
Yeah, my baby
That's funny.
14, but I had her young.
Yes, I'm older than all of y'all at this table.
So let me ask y'all this. So in order to have an accountability partner and hold yourself accountable, it sounds like you have to also be receptive to that accountability. So like with Shay, when your husband said,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, it's 11 o'clock, it ain't no breakfast," you didn't take offense to that. You said, "You know what? Hey, you're right. Let me go ahead and get on this." But I know some
No,
people.
the first from 19 to 22, I was
You like,
like,
who you
well,
talking to?
damn, yeah, it was a learned behavior to get.
Because when she said that, I thought the same thing. I'm like, well, did you feel like he was trying to control you or anything?
Yeah.
Because somebody that's not in that mode would have felt like that. Like, you don't tell me what to do. I don't give a hell. It's 11 o'clock. So what? Them kids, you go feed them kids.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Facts, facts, and I hold him accountable. Like we hold each other accountable. Definitely,
so
definitely.
so let me ask you
Yeah,
this. So
it
did
came,
you
it
have
came with
to
growth.
So did you have to step back and just kind of look at, okay, hey, he's not trying to control me. We're looking at the bigger picture here, or what? How was that process for you?
It was learning. Like say for example, say it's 11 o'clock. I hadn't fixed breakfast. I'm like, well, damn nigga, you fix breakfast. Let me just sleep and whatever. But then okay, so he fixed breakfast. You can fix lunch too. Then you can fix dinner too.
Hmm
Then it's
hmm What about snacks and dinners? You can
it's
get
like
their
all
lunch for
that.
school too.
Yeah. But we definitely had to learn. We learned each other. Like we grew. I met
Yeah,
him when I was 19, so I grew up learning him. He's a few years older than me, so I grew up learning him, and he learned me, and so we got to a point where we can hold each other account. We can hold each other accountable without. We can feel that anger, but
friction.
we know that that anger is not at them.
Hmm
Like we
Right.
know that like what she said, it's a friction when he may get on me about something, but I can't say shut the fuck up talking to me. You like whatever because I need to hear that. I need to
Right.
whatever, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do the
And
same for
that's
him.
growth as well because you acknowledge the fact that you need that. Some
Acknowledgement is the
people would
main thing.
some people would get very angry. Like,
Yes.
who the fuck you talking to? I'm a grown woman. Why are you telling me what
I
to
think
do?
that,
It
but
definitely
in
falls
my mind, I
into
also think.
is it definitely falls into the fact that I'm sure your husband is like a respectable man as you are a respectable woman. You know what I'm saying? Like you definitely not gonna take some shit from some deplorable ass dude saying some shit like that that's not really doing nothing, not really going nowhere or making any moves and shit like that.
Right.
Right. That's
So,
facts.
quick question, Fabrigo. How important is it to you to be consistent in building strong relationships with those around you?
It's really all depending on the energy I receive from others. That
Mm-hmm.
builds my consistency with being consistent with them.
Okay. So it's
I
more
feel
like
you.
if you feel like an energy of upliftment, then you can reciprocate that same energy, and it can be more on a consistent basis.
It has to be equal. Like if I'm giving in a lot, I want them to get put in just as much as I'm giving. If I'm putting in more and they're like not meeting me where I'm trying to have them meet me at, then I just start to fall back. You know what I mean? It's just an equal, like I'm not doing more than anyone else this year. Like I'm falling into equalism. Like if you're not meeting me where I need you to meet me at, then I'm not going to push it. Like I'm not forcing nothing. So,
I respect that. I would definitely respect that. Craig, You still with us?
She might be talking to her husband.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Let's see here.
I have a question
Yes,
for the
ma'am.
table. I hear a lot of people say, I bought the Oculus, because of my anxiety, or the Oculus, helps me with some internal things. I find it that I get more anxiety here than I do in real life. I
I'll tell
do.
you, I'll tell you, I bought the Oculus to game, but when I got on here, when I discovered this, it definitely helped me with anxiety. But I still
Hmm.
feel anxiety in certain situations, like
When I get off of
like
here, it's
this
like
type
I
of situation.
woosah when I take this set off. I'm like, oh my God. And
Well, I guess that.
many of you may
Oh,
not know, because I can talk, that I'm really an introvert. I don't care to go too many places. When I go outside, I go shopping and come back. Go do what I
Me,
gotta do and come back. I don't care to, be
me.
around a
for
bunch of
sure.
people. And when I come in here, don't get me wrong, I love y'all. I truly do. But when I get off this headset, it's like, oh my God, I don't care if I never get back on here again.
Is it because you're interacting with so
Talk
many different energies
that
and people?
shit.
That may be it. That may be it. But when I take this headset off, I'm like,
Well, I mean, this is definitely the land of the misfits. I think most of us in here can relate with the fact that we're all typically introverts, but in here we get the pleasure of expressing that extrovert side of us. You know what I'm saying? But I
Mm-hmm.
never. I will
Mm-hmm.
say, like the last show that we did at the Red Room, when I got offline, I completely was like woosah. Like I felt like that so fucking haywire in so many different ways, and I couldn't fix it. I couldn't figure out what was going on. But typically when I get on here, I don't necessarily feel like relieved to get off of it. You know what I'm saying? I
I do.
love being
I
on
do.
here and getting offline. It's just like I'm gonna go get some food and go to bed, I guess.
But
But
to your question you just asked, Vibrago, I am at my age and where I am in myself. I'm not looking for friends. I associate. I did that when I was younger, having friends. My best friend died over 20 years ago, and I never took up friends again. I deal with just associates because it's too much to get in friendships with people and they don't last.
Mm.
Girl,
But
talk
nothing
that
lasts.
I am an
shit.
I'm an infinity person. Who is calling me on here? Oh, Shay.
I feel like a lot of the friendships I made on here are gonna last. I think I'm gonna be friends with y'all. I already got friends. I've been on here for like a year and a half. I already got friends from day one. I feel like I'm gonna know all of y'all, you, Zay, Shay, all of y'all for as long as VR is popping until this shit die. Even maybe after, we might even pull up sometime. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the connections we make on here kind of transcend these avatars.
True.
Unless you look vastly different, unless you like super ugly, then we gotta talk. But
All right. I got a question for
other
the
than
whole
that,
table. We're gonna start with you, Devil. What are some ways that you resist temptation out of and falling out of getting into a new routine and getting out of your old routine?
how are some of the ways that I resist temptation from getting out of my old routine into my new routine? Um, I don't know. I guess I still have a hard time with that resistance, but I guess one of the ways is right now it's definitely something difficult because it's really
Welcome.
cold outside. It's too cold to it's too cold to skateboard and not cold enough to snowboard. But like one of the ways that I would definitely, if I was feeling down out of the dumps, I need to get my blood pumping and do something. I would definitely go out and start skating or go outside or do some shit like that. But right now during the winter time, I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't know. I gotta think
So
about
we would say
that.
for you,
I couldn't
physical
answer.
activity right now. I appreciate that answer. All right, be a Roma Scent.
Yes.
What are some ways that you
Um,
resist temptation and getting out of your old routine and starting and getting to your new routine?
the temptation takes over. It does, cause right now I'm trying to get into a new routine, and I have not touched it. I have not touched it because, and I'm trying. Old routine you can start to you in bad habits or habits. I won't say bad habits, but habits. And I'm trying to get out of those habits and do something different. But temptation takes over, and I get back into, some may say, a lazy mode because it was comfortable. The routine form, the old routine was comfortable for me. The new routine makes me work even harder. So sometimes temptation takes over. And I say, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just do this.
Do you feel with us highlighting some things that could probably help you after this podcast, it'll get you in your better routine?
I hope so. I hope so. I know what I need to do. I do. It's just the doing it
Same,
part.
same.
It's
I
not that I
definitely didn't
don't know
tap
So is it
what I
into
is it
need
the
to do.
patience part
motivational?
of that.
Does this motivate me?
I mean, do you need motivation? Is that it?
I I don't know. I don't know if motivation would even help. I'm hard headed and stubborn.
Yeah.
So motivation probably would be like, just singing a song.
Just a
I'm not
temporary
gonna do it.
high for you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it until I feel I need to do it.
Gotcha.
I like that.
Kingpin, you still woke with us?
He knocked that.
I know my boy don't be doing it like that for real. He really do it like
Y'all
that?
can.
Yeah,
This is second time.
he got sleep
There
apnea.
you go.
There you go. We
There
woke
you
him
go.
up. No, we're
Oh
not.
my
No, he just
god.
shifted.
There it is.
We gotta
I
put him
think
on
they
the
had on a
CPAP
little bit too
machine.
tight.
No, he's snoring now.
They had on too tight. Don't put you to sleep.
All right, Shay
Self
Hart, help
circulation.
me.
Do you see it? Okay then.
Hold on, I think he waking
Pause
up.
the
I think
question.
is he waking up?
Yeah.
Girl.
My bad, y'all.
Mm.
I was doing something.
I love how you can come back right into it.
He's like, yeah, I was just doing something. I want
Right
to
back
sleep
in the
it out.
conversation.
We waiting on you, Kingpin.
All right, I'm back. Now, what was the question?
Okay.
So, what are some ways that you resist temptation and getting out of your old routine and starting into your new routine?
Oh, wow.
So
Resistant
I just woke
temptation.
up.
Nah. um, some things I do to resist temptation. I kind of keep myself on a schedule, so to speak. Like I said, I don't got too much time, in a day to do anything, other than try to get rest for the next day. You know what I mean? So as
You
far
got a
as
long commute.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit, cut and
So
dry
let me
with
ask you
me.
this, Kingpin. Let me ask you this. So how I know you're a big man around here and everything. So when you're looking for your girlfriend or the woman in your life, how big of a role does her consistency play in your consistency?
We pretty much be on the same thing. We do things together as far as being in the metaverse, you know what I'm saying? So, pretty much started a business as far as running, the club and, podcasts and stuff like that. We just, we doing it together. So it's,
So you
the
made sure that you had
consistency.
like-minded qualities that were in line with
Right.
your qualities.
Right. We seen the goal at hand and we both, agreed to focus on the
Do you
goal.
think?
So.
Do you think that if she did not have those like-minded qualities, that you would not be where you at, or at least
I mean, I
stunt your growth?
always nah. As far as the goals and stuff like that, I always had the goals. You know what I'm saying? Just having somebody who backs you on your goals and helps you
Mm-hmm.
receive your goals and actually be a part of make your goals their goals as well.
It's
And
a
you
great
ain't got
amplifier. It's a great
Yes.
yeah.
amplifier.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, yep, yep.
Shay
Okay.
Arts.
Repeat the question so I have an
How do
exact.
how do you resist temptation? Getting in out of your old routine and into your new.
Let's see. Just in general, one of the main things that helps keep me on track is the fact that I have eyes on me every moment of every day. Everything that I do is being watched and it's being soaked in. And so I have to, especially when I start to fall back into bad habits, I'll be like, I got a 14-year-old now, and she's going to emulate everything that she sees me do. So if she sees
Mm.
me falling back into bad routines, she's going to emulate that. And at the same time, they're teenagers, so they're vocal. I can't be like, go clean up the kitchen. They'll turn around and say, well, you ain't cleaned your room in 3 days. And so
Damn.
I have eyes on me, and so yeah, like they're I
They
raised them to
always
be
watching.
independent and raised them to be vocal and expressing themselves, and so they do that to me whether I like it or not. That's how I raised them to be vocal and have that type of and to hold other people accountable to themselves, including us as parents. And so um yeah, when I start to like the business, I'm getting into the metaverse. It's hard trying to transition the business into the metaverse because you have to take that
Okay.
time out and to build
Mm.
back up that network in a whole nother space with different people, especially as avatars, because you don't know who you're really dealing with, who you're really sending the contract to, who's really sending you this contract.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a
Mm-hmm.
little it does get daunting, but one, I have an accountability partner who's there in my ear, that helps keep me on track when things start to get overwhelming. And then I have my children who keep me from falling back into bad habits because
But
they're
you're
watching
accountable to them.
and I'm definitely accountable as a parent to what they do from what they see. So yeah, my family holds me accountable, and they definitely keep me from temptation. Like everything that I do is based around my family because I mean that's just what it is on my end, and so yeah, and it's just I have to resist temptation because as soon as I start to think about it, it'd be like, no, cause your child watching, or no, your husband gonna get on your ass. Yeah.
All right. Xavion.
um, I want to say what Shay was saying about a schedule. I think I definitely need to put myself on a schedule because I don't know. I feel like once I do something, I be want to do 10 other things at one time, and that
Mm.
kind of knocks me off of what the fuck I need to do. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Um, Infinite, I want to say thank you because I feel like earlier when we was talking, you was like people see you as a go getter and a businesswoman, and you about your shit. I want to say thank you because I feel like without that, I'd probably be like, I don't know if I could do that, or I ain't got time to do this and shit. And
Understand.
bitch, you actually that too, and she definitely like, I don't know. I think you
You
set
gotta
a,
you
a,
gotta
a
you got
standard
other
for
light that
me,
shine on you.
No.
and do.
You do. Like
So, Aaron,
when I
thank
see
you,
them little
bitch.
messages, it be good.
Thank you. It's a lot of stuff that I really need to work on, to be honest, just to get out my old habits. I say it start with me first. I definitely need to get my shit together so I can be able to do what I want to do and push my goal that I'm really trying to get to, or business that I want to pursue too.
But the fact that you're
So,
acknowledging it is key.
Yes.
mm-hmm. And that's something that I struggle with every day. Like I know what the fuck I'm doing, but what are you gonna do to fix it? So
Hmm.
it's a slow process for me, but I know what I need to do to
I
fix
struggled
whatever I
with
need to
that
get
for
out of.
years.
Girl,
One of
and
the things
I'm
that
I'm
I've
I'm trying to get out of it this year. I promise you I am.
One of the things that I do with that whole thing is like, you know what I'm saying? I'll find myself sitting around. Like I rarely get days off. But even after I get off of work, I find myself just sitting down like I'm tired as fuck, you know what I'm saying? Turn on a movie. But I've slowly started to get myself to kind of get home and immediately start cooking dinner or fucking clean the cat litter or like just do little monotonous things, you know what I'm saying, to just get yourself
Right.
in the habit of not sitting around after or even on your day off. On my day, on the rare days that I get off, I spend the time cleaning the house up, or if it's nice out, I'll go skating and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I
It be the
try
little
my best
stuff.
to not, because what is it? What's the saying? Idle hands always get into evil or some shit like that.
Yeah, idle
Idle
mind
hands
is a
find
Our
playground
a.
for the
hands
devil.
are the
There
yeah
you go. Hence, I mean, don't don't hint the name, but whatever.
for the
Yeah. Like I try to keep my hands as busy as possible.
Crack,
Yeah, I
crack,
need
you
to
with
stay
us?
busy.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back.
Okay.
Girl, I had an issue.
Okay. What are some
Another issue
things
going on with
that
my damn
how
business.
you resist temptation and getting into your new habits and getting out of your old?
What you mean temptation? The things I want. Shit, I go get that shit. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck
The
all that.
things that might tempt you to get
Hey.
off track, the things that might tempt you from clocking in,
Oh,
the
oh,
things that
oh, the
might tempt
thing that
you.
might tempt me from going back to jail. Okay, I understand. Okay. Well,
okay.
the metaverse, keeping my mind occupied, a idle mind is a devil workshop. So I'm gonna say that I keep my mind busy, keep myself doing stuff. I always got my hands in something, whether I'm on my phone, running my damn mouth, posting something on Instagram, fucking around, putting it on the wrong damn page, or I'm always in something, So I'm gonna say temptation. I feel like is something that like are you meaning temptation as if okay I'm on a diet and then I see a chocolate covered strawberry, do I just not get it because I'm on a diet type of
That ain't life
temptation,
changing.
or are you
That's
meaning
just like,
like
you know, say you want to sweet, yeah,
In
sweet
your
tooth.
life decisions.
In your
yeah
life
in my
decision.
life decision?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like me not going to jail, how I reach this? Oh God, girl, it's hard. It's hard. I occupy my mind. That's all I'm gonna say. I occupy my mind because I'm talking about. It's some days I wake up and I be wanting to do stuff that y'all might not see crack no more. Y'all see me on the news, but I keep my mind busy and I keep
Because
myself
people do
occupied with
try
other
you.
things.
Like you said
Yeah,
earlier,
they
they
do.
try you.
Yeah, they do try. They do try it, And with me losing so many people close to me, I feel like I have so much built up energy. I'm not gonna call it anger. I'm gonna call it built up energy. And I
Yeah,
try to get it
redirect
out
it.
through my words, through helping people, through just doing positive shit, laughing, being loud, having a good time, walking in the room and saying hey to everybody. Because you don't have to always have this energy. I don't like to call anger. I don't like to
It's
label
all
it. Okay,
energy. It
it's
is.
all energy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say I take this bad energy that I be having sometimes, and I take it and I do something good, and it make me feel so much fucking better. I feel so much better after that because I can go knock a motherfucker out and feel good as a motherfucker too, but it's gonna come with consequences because I'm literally harming somebody. I'm about to go to jail. I'm about
Yeah.
to, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to face some charges possibly. I could injure my nails, girl. I like my long nails. Don't get it twisted. But I'm gonna say, yeah, for the most part, just
I'm
keeping my
fucking
mind
dead.
occupied and dishing out positive energy, even though I may not be feeling positive. If I know you're going through a situation, anybody in here going through a situation that I may have been through myself, I'm gonna tell you positive things that'll help you, overcome that hurdle because I done been there. Like I done been through every situation before I got to where I am right now. Well, not every situation. I'm just say I've been through a lot of situations before I got to where I am right now. So if I hear somebody saying something that I could resonate with, I'm gonna say something to them and say, "Hey, look at it like this." You know what I'm saying? I've been through. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know. Like Gorilla saying that song. I can't be fucked up about no credit score. I might be richer. Fuck tomorrow. That is true. That is
Yeah.
really true. If
It's
y'all
true.
don't know, that is really true. I done seen it happen to me, myself, in my own life. It done happened to me. You know what I'm saying? You can have a fucked up ass credit score and next thing you know, boom, hit the lottery. Your business done took off. boom, hit the lottery. You done stumbled across some money you didn't even know you had. Somebody left you some in their policy. You never know. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Take a chance. Hop off, have a leap of faith sometime, you know. But to answer your question, I'm just say keeping my mind busy, girl. Cause Lord. Oh Lord, I be tempted. Excuse me.
All right.
Yeah. That's
Miss
all.
Fabrigo, how do you
Can you
resist
repeat the question?
temptation?
I'm sorry.
Yes, how do you resist the temptation of getting out of your old habits and creating a new one?
Um, when it comes to temptation, I really stay business mind focused, which means stay to where I'm trying to go in life. And my temptations always come last. Like, my focus is to be consistent in business and where I'm trying to like end up in life. So temptation really doesn't bother me none. Like, I've changed my lifestyle to healthy lifestyle and just just to remain consistent in business. And so I don't really have too many problems with temptation at all. Honest to God.
Okay.
Honest to God. It's just the way I live.
And for
My
myself,
temptation.
I would say that I try to be more energy conscious. So if I'm in a lazy energy space and I know I need to be productive, I'll like let me go ahead and reset by taking a bath, or I might need to take an hour nap and then
Yeah,
reset
for
and
sure.
brush my teeth, wash my face, just start all over again, and get this energy pumping.
Mm-hmm.
And let me go walk at the park right quick, and when I come back, that energy has gathered itself enough together to where I'm uplifted now.
For sure.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was saying. Yeah, like I said, I recently started practicing that. I really haven't done that for a long time. But like that shit right there, like whenever you
Focus on your
feel
energy.
like you can't do anything, just know that you can go outside. Like the sun is actually like a great asset
It is
to like
the
uplifting
best
energy.
energy supplier.
You know what I mean? So like whenever you are feeling down, don't even you ain't even gotta go outside. Just get in your car and drive around. I swear to God, you'll wake up. You'll wake up so much more than you even thought you would. You know what I'm saying? Like just little things like that.
Drifting.
And what were you gonna say, Bia?
I said my temptations is Facebook and TikTok. I mean Instagram and TikTok. Those are my temptations. If I get on one, I don't get off. It's just horrible. It's horrible. I never was a social media head till I had to start marketing my business on social media.
Facts.
Facts.
Isn't it so hard?
I
I
was more
realized
of
how
a
introverted.
flipper. Just get on and I flip a little bit. But now I actually have to get embedded in social media and it consumes me. It truly
Mm-hmm.
consumes me. I have to think of content and make reels and make videos and do posts. I don't want to.
Yeah.
That's so scary. That's so scary to me. I
It
feel like
Mm-hmm.
we're
is.
all kind of drifting into that
Yes. I
Content
don't
into
want
that
creation.
social
to.
media void, and I
Yes.
don't want to. But
I can't
we
wait till I
all are like,
get to a place in my business where I can afford to pay somebody to do this. I don't want to.
Like you're walking propaganda or something.
Yes, now I gotta figure out.
yeah,
I gotta figure out how to use different apps to edit my videos, and I have to make the videos bounce to the beat of the
Yes.
song. And I'm like,
Oh
oh
my
my
God.
god,
Yes.
why?
Look, we've been
Yes,
talking about that the past whole week of
I'm
the
like, oh,
struggle
I
of
don't want to
keeping
do
content
this. I
consistent.
don't. I hand my phone to my son. He's 16 years old, and I'm like, here, edit this for your mother.
you're like, okay,
I didn't get to that
let
point
me
with my
get it right.
14-year-old. They do my TikToks.
Yes, I'm like, edit this for
I
your
was talking the
mother,
whole time.
So you already got a team.
You gotta
Shit,
put in
you
that
straight.
work, B.
huh?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta put in that work, girl.
I know. I don't want to.
I wasn't
Right.
I
I just
don't
want.
need
I
to
just
do
want
it.
to.
until I
I
got
just
into the
want to
metaverse.
sell. That's all I want to do. I just want to sell. I
Right.
don't
But
want
we
to do
got to
all
get
of
the
this.
clients. I hate that.
Yeah,
I just want to
but
put it out there. Just buy my stuff. But we have to
yes.
keep the clients.
Man, that's like
I can
working
see it.
TikTok. I didn't know how to do this shit at all. I'm just like, yo, I don't even want to do it no more. I
Yeah.
That
just
I
said I
have.
don't want to
My
do it.
my business coach told me I have to do 80 lives a week. Not 80 lives. 80
Wow.
stories a
Girl,
week. 80 stories
please.
a week. That's 80 on TikTok and 80 on Instagram.
But
I
that's
have to
only two
do.
a day.
They got the algorithm
Wow.
You said
picked up
80. Oh,
to
that's only
that matter.
10 a day.
They
Okay.
The fuck?
the algorithm on TikTok is different from Instagram.
That they
Mm-hmm.
know the number of reels that you need to post in order to get the premium value out of the algorithm is
hmm
ridiculous.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I have to do
One of the things that
stories
I do,
and
like
reels, and
when I got
that's
on
too
here, I
much.
never really got on here for business. You know what I'm saying? So even when I'm on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, it's also slick for social. Other than the Red Room, which is also for social. You know what I'm saying? I've never looked at the Red Room as like a business venture. You know what I'm saying? It
Thank
was
I
always
look at the Red
you.
Room like another therapy
Thank
spot. Like I
it was
literally
always a
come
you.
there
place
for
for us to come
therapy.
Hold
together.
on,
You know what
Shay.
I'm
I'm sorry,
saying?
boo. Never say
Yes,
that again. You never saw the red room as what?
A business venture.
a
It was
business.
never meant to
Unlike
Thank
make
some
money. I
you.
never
people,
really
You need to
yes,
say
wanted
that
come
to
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 make
the.
civilized the
money.
world.
Mm-mm-mm.
You said say it one more
Mm-mm-mm.
time.
We gonna say that for another day.
All
Thank
right.
you, though.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Pause.
But I
So
just
we
want to
so we
say, I want to
So,
thank Devil for the Red Room. Like, definitely,
Yeah,
yeah,
all right.
I
I,
agree.
most
so am
definitely.
I.
Honestly,
I've
a
never
lot of
been to
people
the
give me
Red
props for the
Room.
Red Room. In all
Oh, come
honesty,
through, B.
I made the
I've come
structure,
by.
but like, you guys are the Red Room. Like, you guys, I
Oh,
would not be shit if it was just me. Like, you guys literally make the Red Room. You
Oh,
guys are in the
thanks,
pictures. Every
devil.
picture. If I didn't have y'all taking the pictures, I wouldn't have flyer. My shit would be black and say Red Room. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
but seriously
Well,
though, I
devil,
feel
we
the same way
we put
about
this shit
Red Room that I
together.
felt about 504 Queen Bee's Healing House. Like it's somewhere where people can literally just come and express themselves without that popularity or feeling like I need to be popular or people come
Girl,
get me.
thank
That was the
you.
only issue I even had with the snaps in the other world was because I come to express myself and I love that you have that about your room. Like is no galore with everything. It's literally a stage and some chairs and we just go come together
So
And we
and
people
just
can
we go talk
express, so
tonight.
people can feel what the fuck you're saying. But people only see money. It's
Yes.
What's
cool to
But
get money
unfortunate
as
about
but
the
far
but
as
other
we're gonna
world
talk
being,
about that
is
but not
in a
right
future
now.
oh
podcast. Yeah, we're
we
gonna
go
talk about
Gotcha,
that.
gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha,
that's gonna be
gotcha,
that's
gotcha,
just
gotcha.
over
that's
that
gonna
worms.
We
yeah,
just
that's gonna
got
be
into
metaverse
it. You got into
indiscretions.
it.
That's gonna be in
Look,
metaverse
say we fell for
indiscretions.
it. Look, I think you
Okay.
All right, so we are definitely going to conclude this podcast. We're going to do a round table. Y'all just have y'all a one sentence of what y'all want to tell people in reference to this topic and yourselves. Starting with Fabrigo.
One more time.
in the notes.
Sorry.
Any notes concluding?
No,
Thank y'all.
no
God bless and good
concluding
night.
note.
No, just anything you want to tell the people
okay.
in reference to the topic on how to stay on track, how to be consistent. One last word from Fabrigo.
No, no.
Just stay focused. Okay, crack. Anything? Any last words for the folks? For the people
Oh
watching?
yeah, for sure, y'all. Yes, man. Walk by faith. Step out on faith. Go for your goals. Reach for the highest star possible. And that's it. As long as you believe and you have faith, you're gonna succeed in everything that you do. Period. Don't think about it.
Boom. Yes.
Mm.
Bow.
Um,
Xavier.
whatever you want to do in life, please stay consistent with it. Don't never give up. If you're going through some hard time, just find a way to get out this circle, and shit, everything will be cool. Um, thanks, motherfucking Infinite, for having me on the podcast. Like I said, shout out to Memphis 901. We in the building, and that's
And
all I get.
All right. Shay Arts.
I just want to end with one of my favorite affirmations, which is persistency will get you there and consistency will keep you there. And also follow
Mm-hmm.
me on
I like
IG,
that
Shay Arts underscore VR.
All right, love it.
consistency.
Love it. Kingpin.
Um, do not fear failure. Just stay consistent and focus on your goals.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Be Aroma.
Yes. Even if you're not consistent, work at being consistent. Don't give up on your dreams or your vision. It's yours, and nobody can bring it to fruition but you. And that's it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Devil.
Well, I'll say Shay took my answer, but I was gonna say like yeah, commit with there's a saying out there, you know what I'm saying, that's very similar to what Shay said, and it's without commitment, you'll never start, and without consistency, you'll never finish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'll go
Mm.
with that.
Okay. And for me, I just want to say, tell people to be empathetic with themselves. That if you don't reach that morning goal that morning, that you can still do it later on that day. You know, so if you
As
didn't
long
set,
as it
if you
get
can't,
reached.
yeah, as long as it get reached, that's all that matters. And I think sometimes we come down a little too hard on ourselves, but if we just empathize and
Mm-hmm.
give ourselves a little grace, we'll be just
Mm-hmm.
fine.
That's right.
All right. So with that being said, we're gonna have a blessed evening and to be
Yay.
continued. Thank y'all.
Yes.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all for
Mm.
the first podcast of the year.
First podcast of the
Right.
year.
Yes. Rather
Shout
than
out
Oh,
to Be
right.
Aroma
Yes.
we
Scent.
So
Visit
appreciate
good.
that.
www.bearomacent.com. Visit
Yes.
www.prosperityboutique.com. Shout out to
Yes.
Cameo. Shout out to the Red Room. Shout out to
Oh, visit
Zavion47.
www.realtouch.com.
Yes. Visit Crack Goddess.
Hey.
Pull down. Get that crack candy.
Get them crack
Fabrigo. Shout
grapes.
out to Fabrigo.
P.
Happy early birthday to Fabrigo. Capricorn season.
Oh,
Boom.
hey,
Bow,
Cap
Birthday.
bow,
season.
Happy
bow,
birthday. Oh,
bow.
Ethan.
Thank
And
you.
Bye.
shout out to Horizon Awards.
Crack girl, I have eaten your little crusted